the years of the housing shortage in the nation as well as Northern Nevada, a lot of people are turning to new construction. These are going to be the pros and cons of owning a new construction home. With the strength of the Northern Nevada housing market, builders have entered the marketplace, supplementing the shortfall that we have in resale homes. Right now, with the median price being around $600,000 for Reno-Sparks, it allows builders to take advantage of the need for homes in our community. And with the prices where they are, they can afford to do so and still make proper margins. With only 2.5 to 3 months of inventory in the Northern Nevada market, new builds are in high demand. Builders like Jenuane, Lenar, Toll Brothers, Ryder, Desert Wind are building complexes and neighborhoods throughout the community, helping those moving to our area own instead of rent. It's estimated in 2024, 5,000 new residents moved to Washoe County. A lot of that movement came from California, so new construction appeals to those that are looking for modern touches, modern materials, and the low maintenance a new home brings. Builders are filling this need. In 2024, 1,200 new home permits were pulled in Washoe County. That's up 15% from 2023. Now, the newness does come with a premium. It's about 10 to 15% more than a resale home of similar size. Let's explore the pros and cons of owning a new home. First, and the biggest pro, special financing. Not all builders do it, but there's programs out there that are impossible to get in any resale home. Builders have their own financing companies, and they're offering rates that are unheard of, and it's been this way for years. In a market right now where resale homes are reaching high 6s to 7% interest rates, you can buy a brand new home right now for 30 years fixed, 5.5%. There's even times it'll get below 5%. So even though there's premiums of buying a new home, the savings of a mortgage are so great that we're finding that people actually have less payment buying new construction than they do resale. For example, on a $650,000 house, that can be upwards of $300 to $500 worth of monthly savings. Now, this can be really a challenge for folks selling resale homes near new construction because it's very hard to compete with. Even with rate buy downs, those rates are not possible. So when you're thinking about your competition when selling, think about the prices and what's out there. If you're priced in the range of new construction homes, take that into consideration. Find ways to set yourself apart from new construction homes. When buying, think of the same things. What feature might a resale home have that a new construction doesn't? Maybe the lot is very large. Maybe there's no HOAs. Maybe the property taxes are so much cheaper because of age that it actually balances the payment out. Some builders are also offering temporary buy downs, 2-1 buy downs, 3-2-1 buy downs, which means for a period of 1 year, they'll reduce the rate by 3%. The next year by 2%. The next year by 1%. Though I don't love these because they're only temporary solutions, I really like the promotions of the 30-year fixed mortgage programs. These are still things that are very difficult for a resale home to compete against, giving a new build a massive advantage. Pro number 2, which is obvious. Homes like D.R. Horton, Toll Brothers, Lenar, they use modern materials. They use today's color palettes, so you don't have to remodel. You can move in, enjoy the latest fashions, the latest styles. It does sound obvious, but it is a big factor because remodel and construction costs are so great right now for the retail world that often it's cheaper just to buy new and not have to remodel. Next pro is energy efficiency. New homes are going to be built with the latest technologies, the most efficient air conditioner heaters, the most efficient insulation materials that can help reduce energy costs. We do find time and time again that when we sell homes that are newer, people's utility bills are far less than older homes. So there will be a savings in your utility cost owning a brand new home with new style construction and energy efficiency versus buying an older resale home that hasn't been remodeled. The fourth pro, maintenance. The home is brand new and maintenance comes in with age. So you're going to have many, many years of minimal maintenance on the home. Nevada requires a warranty. So you'll have a 1-year warranty on the home that's not regular wear and tear that the builder's obligated to fix anything that comes up. Here's a pro tip I give my buying clients. On month 11, get a home inspection. Give that home inspection to your builder. This allows you to take full advantage of the warranty that's been given to you. Nevada also requires a 10-year structural warranty. That'd be the framing. And with the lifespans of today's water heaters, air conditioners, you can expect minimal maintenance on a brand new home. Let's talk about some of the biggest cons of buying a new home. First con, property taxes. So I've talked about in previous videos how property taxes are calculated in Northern Nevada. We're an assessed state. Year is the biggest variable of how much taxes are. Being a brand new home, it can be very expensive, about 1 to 1.25% of the purchase price. So it is a large portion of your payment. Now, we do find that because of the low interest rates compared to the resale market, people still have less payment, even with the higher taxes. But anytime the interest rates balance out with the resale market, we do find that people start paying more because of the property taxes. So keep an eye on that. Second con, pricing in general. It's about a 10 to 15% premium over a resale home. There's actually a study about 10 years back by University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where they calculated wear and tear, use, efficiency of a resale home versus a new home, and still they found that the price is about 10% higher than a resale home. Third con, construction delays. If you are moving on a timeline and you are building a home from the ground up, there's a lot of uncertainties with timing and weather. So you can be delayed. At the time of this video, the opposite's happening. We had a very mild winter. So most of these are actually ahead of schedule. They're building them faster than they planned. But we've had other years where there's been really snowy, wet, icy winters, and they've been delayed 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Also with labor shortages from time to time, it can affect delays. Right now, we have been seeing the opposite, where builders are ahead of schedule. And builders like D.R. Horton and Lenar, they don't even release homes until they're 30 to 60 days out. So we really don't see those builders having any delays because they're on the home stretch of the build before it's even released. Last major con, it's a less established neighborhood. If you're one of the first people in a neighborhood, you're going to be in a construction site for the next 3 to 4 years. So you're going to have that construction traffic, constantly people moving in, lots of dirt, lots of dust. By building new construction, you're essentially living in a construction site. But real estate's not about a short-term investment. It's kind of a rough 2 to 3 to 4 years, but thereafter, you live in a nice new neighborhood. Let's talk about tips for buying new construction homes. We hope many people purchase new construction. Most important part, which is the main pro, understand the financing benefits. The financing benefits that the builder offers should be one of the biggest variables of deciding if you want to live in a new construction or not. Every builder has different lending promotions, and different times in different markets, they change that. So at the time that you are buying, you should learn their latest promotion that they have for special financing. Decide how custom you want to get. Some builders don't offer custom. Places like D.R. Horton, they choose the color palette for you. Places like Lenar have minimal upgrades. But then builders like Toll Brothers are essentially fully custom, and the upgrades are limitless, and it can really mess with your budget. So make sure that you understand how much you want to spend above and beyond. Places like Toll Brothers, 10 to 15% of the purchase price is often applied above and beyond for upgrades. You don't have to worry about that with D.R. Horton because everything has already been pre-planned. Lenar, the upgrades are minimal. There's not that big of a difference for planning. But do remember your upgrades are above and beyond your lot premiums, and they're going to be above and beyond the base price of the home. Let's also talk about lot premiums. Builders will charge hefty premiums for different lots, and sometimes they're on the overpriced side. So if nobody is interested in a lot that you're interested in, you should have an open discussion with them. We have had success negotiating lot premiums. Of course, that only works when there's not multiple offers. If another person's interested in the lot, then of course the seller's not going to negotiate. It really only works when you're the only interested person and the builder hasn't found a buyer in a reasonable amount of time. The lot needs to sit to have chance for negotiation. These are the pros and cons of owning new construction. It is a massive part of our market, and we're helping a lot of people pivot away from the resale market and focusing on new construction homes. Take a look at the financing options and promotions available. You might find a more affordable option looking at new construction.